Good evening. I'm Olivia De Havilland, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Bristol Myers, makers of Bufferin, the modern pain remedy that gives you fast relief without upset stomach. Bristol Myers brings you America's #1 panel show, I've Got a Secret, starring Garry Moore.
Well, thank you, fond ones assembled, and welcome to yet another edition of I've Got a Secret. Delighted to have you with us, as are the members of our panel, whose names and faces will come to you as no surprise, but with some delight, we hope. First, Bill Cullen, and next, Betsy Palmer, and then Henry Morgan, and Bess Myerson. We're home again. Panel, are you reasonably ready to play the game?
Oh, boy, I'll say.
All right, then, may we have, please, our first contestant. Will you come in, sir? Give a large hand for the pilot here. There he is. Would you tell our panel and our audience, please, what your name is and where you're from?
My name is Charles Escoffery from El Segundo, California.
I'll spell the last name. It's a trifle difficult. Escoffery, E-S-C-O-F-F-E-R-Y. Charles Escoffery of El Segundo, California. Now, if you'll whisper your secret to me, Mr. Escoffery, we will show it to the audience there at home. Here we go. Panel, I can see you examining this vehicle here, and from now on, you're on your own, an individual. To help classify Mr. Escoffery's secret, it concerns something about the car, obviously. And Betsy, let's start with you with a new hairdo,
All right.
which I find kind of cute.
Thank you kindly. Mr. Escoffier? No, I want to say Escoffier. Escoffery. Escoffery?
Charlie. Yeah.
All right, Charles. Does this have to do with the age of the car?
No, it does not.
Does it have to do with anything physical about the car?
Yes.
Does it have to do with something that is in the inside rather than the outside of the car?
Partly, don't you say?
Partly.
Does this car fall apart and become a Surrey because of the fringe up
I hope
on the
not.
top? No? It's a Baker, it says, and it has Firestone tires.
Watch it now. You're
No, they don't make Baker cars anymore.
No, but they're still doing pretty well at Firestone.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Does this have something to do? Is there something new on this car combined with the old?
That is correct.
Oh.
$20 down, $60 to go, and we go, please, to Henry Morgan.
Well, and the new part must be inside.
No.
Then the new part must be outside.
Correct.
Yeah. Is it on the roof?
That is right.
Is there something on there that we can't see?
Something that you cannot see?
Yeah.
There are aspects of what is on the roof that you can't see. Obviously, you can't
Does
see
this
the top.
does this extra Surrey top do something? Fold up, fold down, fall apart,
It
fly
does
erase?
something. It does something.
Well, sure, it comes off, but that's not much of a secret, is it?
$40 down, 40 to go. Bess?
And that's the whole secret, what this Surrey does. Is that right?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. You're not going to ride this in the St. Patrick's Day parade tomorrow, are you?
No, no.
No.
Yellow fringe?
With an orange fringe. You'd never dare ride it in a parade.
Is there a sign or something up there?
A sign?
Yeah, that
No,
flips
there is
up?
no sign on it.
Does it do something while it rides?
Indeed it does.
Oh, really? Except blow in the wind, what could it do?
$60 down, $20 to go. We go, please, to Bill Cullen.
Is this an ordinarily commonplace object that is just not commonplace because it's on the car?
No, that is not
This
right.
is something that's been specially constructed.
It is unusual.
It's not an advertisement.
No, it is not.
It performs a useful function.
Definitely.
Indeed.
It doesn't float. No, that's ridiculous. Oh, it's a solar collector battery thing to run the battery in the Baker Electric. It's a solar...
You and your
energizing-
big fat mouth. I must tell you that Bill Cullen is the scientifically minded gentleman on our panel. That's why I deliberately left him to last. Panel, this is a very special car. The fuel that powers it is sunlight, as Bill surmised, and this is the first full-sized car ever to be powered by the sun, and solely. Beside me is Dr. Charles Escoffery, the scientist of the International Rectifier Corporation, who helped harness the sunlight to power this automobile. This is the hottest hot rod I've ever seen. Let's establish, to begin with, that this is a car from vintage what?
1912, Garry.
1912. It is electrically powered as far as the engine is concerned.
And batteries.
And batteries.
72 volt.
The difference is that the sun furnishes the power for the batteries. Let's walk out and take a quicker look at this.
All right.
And we have with us a confrere, Mr. Myerson. Mr. Myerson, will you come out here, please, and with all of your fine length, tilt that top for us so that number 3 camera can get a look at all the little solar plates on there.
What happened? It's a sunny day.
They photoelectric cells.
You use the batteries then. Oh.
As long as the sun is shining, we charge the battery.
How many solar cells are on that one component?
10,640 cells, Garry.
And they generate how much power?
Well, a panel like this could generate over 200 watts.
All right, thank you, Dr. Myerson, very much for holding it up for us. Now, these, by the way, these cells are the same kind of cells that are used to trigger the transmitter, or that is, provide the power for the transmitter on our latest satellite, Pioneer 5. Do you have a picture of Pioneer 5 in here? It gives us a clearer picture of what this thing is. It's old stuff to Bill Cullen, but new to me, and I hope new to some of you.
These panels here are covered with solar cells. When the sunlight strikes them, it forms electricity, which charges the batteries and, as you said, runs the radio transmitter.
Runs the radio transmitter, and that's what keeps the radio going time after time immemorial. All right, now how large, by the way, sir, is a single solar cell?
Well, the average solar cell is 2 square centimeters, roughly a third of a square inch.
Could you give us a demonstration of how large that is?
Well, yes. Here, for instance, is a international rectifier cell. You can see that it's very small. This is actually a working model.
Used as a tie clip.
That is correct.
Now, with this tiny surface here, we will power a little motor for you.
Thank you. Would you hold that, Garry?
Yes, sir, I will. Will you get the motor out? Is the motor in the car?
Yes, it just so happens I have it with me.
Oh, you have one. How very fortunate for us.
Tell you what I'm going to do.
Can you buy
All right. Here we have a little motor, and this is a little disc to show that the motor's running. I'm going to put it on the motor.
Works much like a propeller
Now,
when it works.
If you will hold this, Garry.
All right.
I will attach the tie clasp here with the solar cell and twist these leads to connect them together so the electricity will run through them.
Red wire to red wire, of course.
If we did it the other way, we'd just have the motor spin backwards.
Yeah, all right.
Now we will
black wire to black wire.
Do the same thing here. Now, this solar cell, of course, will run on sunlight, but since the sun cannot come in here, we can use regular light. Ordinary, common day household light. Would you happen to have a light with you?
How did you know? I just happen to have an ordinary table light with me. Where it is? Here we go. And this, by the way, is no trick light, except it's going to upset my glass of water. No trick light. It's an ordinary table light. And it is not the heat, but rather the light that powers it on this little component here. There are the motors. Remove the light as she stops. Put the light back.
I want one of those.
And she starts again.
Wonderful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Now, sir, what does this augur for the future? What is the practical?
Well, we're very enthusiastic about the development of solar cells. We believe that it ushers in a new era, the solar age. Visualize all these undeveloped areas of the world where you could pump water and make it fertile. You could transmit. You can electrify fences, run your flashlights, whatever you want.
In other words, this is the power source of the future.
Correct. We're using up our coal and our gas at a fantastic rate. 100 years from now, we probably won't have any. We will always have the sun, thank heavens.
Well, if we don't have it, we won't be around to worry about it anyhow. So as long as it's here, we should be in good shape.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
You want me to drive it off?
Yes, And so nice and quiet. And we'd like then, on that word, to greet our next contestant, a man with a delightful secret. Want to pull in nice and close, Mr. Graff? You sure we got pretty girls? Would you tell the pretty girls and the two gentlemen what your name is and where you're from?
My name is George Graff, Graff, and I'm from the Pocono Mountains.
All right, Mr. Graff, if you'll whisper your secret to me, the audience will be delighted to share it. To help classify Mr. Graff's secret panel, it concerns something he did. And, Henry, I think we'll start with you, if you don't mind. Yes, Bill, you want to say something?
What Betsy said. Before you even started, she says he has to be the man who invented the Zeppelin.
I did.
So now, yes, you did.
Graff
Yes,
Zeppelin.
yes.
Or he invented the Spey. Graff Spey. No, he is neither. Let's start with Henry, please.
I'm delighted to be in company with you people. Mr. Graff, the Poconos, that's in northern Pennsylvania. Well, sir, see, we're all pretty well educated. There's something you did. Did it involve someone else?
Did it involve someone else? Yes.
Would it be somebody who we'd know?
I don't think so.
Well, I've just lost interest.
No, I think it's unlikely that Henry would have that knowledge. It's possible if he
Is
were...
it someone related... Pardon?
Pardon? It's been a good many years. I don't think Henry is that kind of a buff.
Ah, somebody in a special field. Should we try, Mr. Graff, to guess what field this other person is in?
Might be helpful, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it would be helpful.
$20 down, $60 to go, and so we go to Bess.
Mr. Graff, then there's yourself and this one other person mentioned in the secret.
The other person is not mentioned in the secret.
See.
This was something we were going to explain later.
If finding the field is important, let's do that. Would it be in sports?
No.
Would it be in any kind of mechanical field, like...
No.
No? Is it show business?
In the very broad sense of the word.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, let's see. This thing that you did you do it up in the Pocono Mountains?
No.
$40 gone, $40 to go. And we go, please, to Bill Cullen.
Broad sense of the word show business. Is it a form of entertainment?
Yes, I think I'd have to say yes, wouldn't you?
Oh, millions will agree with you, certainly.
Gee, music?
In a way.
In a way, music, or?
I don't think you could say in a way. I think you have to go all out strong and wholeheartedly and say yes.
Right. All the way, all the way.
Is something you wrote
Yes, sir.
with somebody else?
Yes, sir.
And the other person's not mentioned? You wrote a song that we'd all know? I mean,
I think so.
Well, now,
His
there you
hesitancy
go.
in saying it was music is because he wrote the words and another gentleman wrote the music.
I see. You're the...
But you must take them as a component. They are music.
Now, do we have to guess what tune it is? An old tune?
Yes, if it's an old tune.
$60 down, $20 to go, and we go, please, to Betsy.
Well, they want me to try Sweet Adeline.
Not as old as that.
We didn't say
I'm not
that.
wrong. I never guessed that. I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
But is it something of the vintage of Sweet Adeline?
Yes, relatively.
I'm Josephine, my flying machine.
No. Does it have something to do with St. Patrick's Day?
It has.
Oh,
Ha. See?
Mother McCushla.
Not Mother. Now, the wearing of the green, or your mother came from Ireland, or...
When Irish eyes are smiling.
When Irish eyes are
Mac
smiling.
You have won $80 because Betsy didn't get it. Henry did.
Thank you very
Here's the
much.
gentleman who wrote When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. When did you write the song, sir?
In 1912,
Was it a hit at the time?
not immediately, it sold fairly well, but then it died. Then it went apparently to Ireland and became a hit over there. And they brought it back from Ireland.
Irish immigrants brought it in.
Well, immigrants, amateurs, professionals, everybody who came to this country sang the song here.
So therefore, it has always been assumed that When Irish Eyes Are Smiling is an old, ancient Irish tune. A small anecdote, when we had Maureen O'Hara as a guest on our Tuesday night show, we were doing an Irish medley in her honor, and we gave her a tune which we thought would take little rehearsing because she wasn't in town long. We gave her When Irish Eyes Are Smiling, and she said, I know all of these other songs, but this one, I don't know how it goes. Because it is an American song.
That's right.
Really? Now, your ancestry, what part of Ireland did your folks come from?
Well, my mother came from, or rather, her family came from Germany.
With the Zeppelins.
No, long before that. And my father's family, many years before that, came from Holland.
So naturally, being homesick, he sat down and wrote "When Irish Eyes Are Smiling." Mr. Graff, you have your money. Here is your Bristol Myers
Right. Thank
gift
you
box,
very much,
and
Garry.
happy St. Patrick's Day.
And thank you, sir. Very much.
Panel, I'm going to have to ask you, please, to take the Long, Long Trail of Winding, which is an American tune, down to the soundproof room. Do not take your blindfolds with you. Now, my friends, it is time to meet a lady who is indeed quite special. She is one of the most distinguished actresses that we have known of. She is the proud possessor of 2 Academy Awards, but more important than that, she's a tremendously fine person. Here is Miss Olivia De Havilland. All right, I guess. Gracious, I see that you carried in, first of all, what appears to be several dozen boxes of matches, and then also 5 lacquer trays.
That's right.
Well, is there a purpose of that? What are they for?
Well, Garry, you know that tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Well, because of that, I would like to give the panel a little test to find out which one of them has the steadiest hand.
Well, I see. You're doing this test in connection with St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, that's right. Now, while they're asking me the questions to try and find out what my secret is, I would like them, each one of them, to make a stack of matchboxes on a tray. And you and I will find out which one of them has the steadiest hands by seeing which one of them builds the highest stack of matchboxes.
Well, I think that's just fine. I'm a little confused. What does all this have to do with tomorrow's being St. Patrick's Day?
Well, it's really very simple, Garry. You know that every St. Patrick's Day, there's a big parade up Fifth Avenue in New York.
Oh, sure.
And in honor of this occasion, the white traffic line that runs up the middle of Fifth Avenue is painted green.
Yeah, I know that. Matter of fact, it's already been painted for this year.
Well, not quite. No, the New York Traffic Department has left one stretch of the line unpainted. Just for us. And that leads me to my secret. Whichever of the panelists proves to have the steadiest hand gets to paint that part of the line green.
Wow. Say no more. In other words, whoever builds the highest tower will be awarded a bucket of paint and a brush.
That is right.
And will be sent immediately after our show out on Fifth Avenue, and I mean tonight, to complete the painting of that green line.
That's it.
All right, now, Olivia, if you will just stand here or sit here to answer your questions, I'll get the panel back in, taking with me. Send the panel back in, will you, please? My matches and my little trays. Hello there, panel. Happy... Oh, well, I almost said something. Hi, you know Olivia De Havilland?
We do. Hello. Pyromaniacs.
No, you're not to be pyromaniacs, but each of you will find in front of you a basket full of matches.
Yes.
Now, while you were asking your questions of Miss De Havilland, we're going to try to have a little contest to see which of you has the steadier hand or the steadiest hand. Bess,
Yes, sir.
in other words, it goes like this, just as a test. This isn't really it. You'll be required to hold a tray in your left hand.
All right.
Now, as you ask your questions, you try to pile the matchboxes with the other hand as high as you possibly can before the buzzer rings. It is, in effect, a competition of sorts, and you'll just be trying to get it as high as you
Why
can.
don't you pile them while I ask the question?
You're doing
You're
fine.
doing very well.
Besides which, this pile doesn't really count. Henry,
sir.
will you take one of these trays, please?
There
Hold
you
it in your left hand, while Bess... No, you pile your matches on Henry's tray.
Oh.
While asking Miss Olivia your questions.
All right, sir.
Oh, the clue is concerns something that's going to happen.
Henry's going to drop my matches.
Let's start building as fast as you can before the buzzer goes and ask Olivia De Havilland.
All right. Olivia, this little thing that is happening, what is the clue?
The clue is something that is going to
Oh,
happen.
it's going to happen. Does it have to do with fire? Explosives?
No,
Nothing like that.
not really, no.
No. Are you going to get up at all during... Don't touch.
Don't help Henry.
Just
Watch
hold your
hand.
hands. You've been drinking?
All right, now, Betsy, palm up, dear
I
girl.
feel
Left
like a rock.
palm up. And Henry, hold that palm up. No, keep that palm up. And no more tries for you, Bess. Now, you see how high you can build while asking questions. That's right.
Don't make rules.
Henry, I won't be steady for
Please,
you if
Rock.
you're not nice to me.
We won't call you Rocky anymore.
Questions?
Mr. Havilland, this thing that's going to happen is, this thing that's about to happen I'm talking about. This
Henry,
thing,
you're wiggling at
you don't
yourself.
talk. This thing that's about to happen, Miss Havilland. Oh, do you think,
Ask a question. Hold it. Hold it. All right, now. Bill.
What do you mean, hold it?
Hold it.
I'm supposed to hold this?
Hold that while with this hand you ask questions of Olivia De Havilland concerning what's going to happen to you. What's going to happen?
Yes.
All right.
Go.
Hurriedly, friends.
Pile.
Olivia, is this going to happen
You're not looking at me.
to all of us? I will, just a minute.
Not in principle. Not in principle.
Not in principle. Is this
No.
going to happen to,
Keep going.
is this going to happen to, you? Is this going to happen to Garry?
It's not going to happen to either of us.
Is this going to happen in the studio?
Not in the
Is
studio.
it going to happen outside of the studio?
It certainly is.
Is it going...
All right, hold it, Bill. Now, with this tray held in my left hand, I'll be the platform for you. You ask questions as piling matchboxes as fast as you can, asking questions of Mr. Havilland.
You hit my right hand and knocked my left hand as well.
Well, I'll have to check down here. Olivia, excuse me, I'll have to check down here to see who has the highest pile. As a matter of fact, you all did a wonderful job. Look at hers there. What? Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to, Betsy. Under the circumstances, Olivia, who would you say had to go to do this?
I would say all of them.
All of them will come out center, and let me tell them what it is. Panel, as you know, St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow.
Yes.
New York, in its annual fashion, has painted a green line through 50 blocks of New York, of Fifth Avenue. They've left some 25 feet unpainted. They want a steady hand to paint the rest of the green line.
No.
Now, need not. You came out as a tie. Do not worry. We have a limousine waiting for you outside.
Painters
we have
in a limousine?
We have your coat. Why not?
I love it.
We have your coats, your hats, all of your possessions that you brought with us. So don't hesitate. Come with us, and we'll show you where you get your paint and your brush. There we go. Mr. Havilland, we'll get the one for you, Bill. Betsy, for you. Henry, Rots or Rock. And I can't come. I have to finish the show here. Go get in the car. Well, the whole town will be green tomorrow. And there they go, out on 47th Street. You can see them getting into their limousine. Come on, fellas, get into the limousine. Well, they're just about to and pull away. Olivia De Havilland, it's your second time around. Please make it a third.
Thank you very much. I'd be happy to. Good night.
What did you say, Chester? You know, we have certain signals in television, some of which mean nothing. I didn't quite understand what you said, Chester.
Their cooperation has been magnificent.
The what?
Thanks the traffic department.
Oh,
for their cooperation.
we want to thank the traffic department. Their cooperation has been magnificent. Right. Now, may I say good night? Good night.
Be sure to watch Bristol Myers' show, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. See your local listings for time and station. This is John Cannon speaking.
Good evening. I'm Olivia De Havilland, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Bristol Myers, makers of Buffalo, the modern pain remedy that gives you fast relief without upset stomach. Bristol Myers brings you America's #1 panel show, I've Got a Secret, starring Garry Moore.
Well, thank you, fond ones assembled, and welcome to yet another edition of I've Got a Secret. Delighted to have you with us, as are the members of our panel, whose names and faces will come to you as no surprise, but with some delight, we hope. First, Bill Cullen, and next, Betsy Palmer, and then Henry Morgan, and Bess Myerson. We're home again. Panel, are you reasonably ready to play the game?
Oh, boy, I'll say.
All right, then, may we have, please, our first contestant. Will you come in, sir? Give a large hand for the pilot here. There he is. Would you tell our panel and our audience, please, what your name is and where you're from?
My name is Charles Escoffery from El Segundo, California.
I'll spell the last name. It's a trifle difficult. Escoffery, E-S-C-O-F-F-E-R-Y. Charles Escoffery of El Segundo, California. Now, if you'll whisper your secret to me, Mr. Escoffery, we will show it to the audience there at home. Here we go. Panel, I can see you examining this vehicle here, and from now on, you're on your own, an individual. To help classify Mr. Escoffery's secret, it concerns something about the car, obviously. And Betsy, let's start with you with a new hairdo,
All right.
which I find kind of cute.
Thank you kindly. Mr. Escoffier? No, I want to say Escoffier. Escoffery. Escoffery?
Charlie, yeah.
All right, Charles. Does this have to